What's going on, people? Happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys had a good Friday. Didn't get into too much trouble, but enjoyed yourself a little bit. We got a special guest. I think this is the first or the second time we've had a guest on a stream. So we got JG for president. JG, how are we doing today?
Doing good, man. Big slate, so excited.
Yeah, we talked about
a lot
this.
to look at.
We talked about this before the stream, dude. There's too much to look at.
Oh yeah, it's just all over the place.
Like, the only game I could focus on, and this is like kind of like a bad reasoning, but dude, I know you can relate to it. The only game I could focus on was the Pacers and Spurs because it starts at 11 and I want to have something on it.
Oh my god, dude! When they had the game at 2 p.m. the other day, I was working from home, and I'm just like, I want something so bad, but I just couldn't force something in there.
Yeah. I had a pretty good read on that one. Obviously, I will get to it in a little bit, but it was pretty easy just because I had it over on a Pacer guy, and the Pacers got blown out, and the dude shot like shit and still got over. And like I'm very confident that they're gonna keep that same scheme in place.
So, yeah, I commented on your stream last time and said it's got to be Wemby unders, right? And thank God I didn't actually do that. Dude was cooking, bro.
Ozbets was so like he's a Spurs fan and he like watches most of their games.
Yeah,
he was so adamant that like Wemby was just gonna go like super try hard. So we had like a lot with him in it, and he didn't get there. We needed 35, but it was pretty close, and it was a blowout too. So yeah, I don't know if he's got
like
too try.
40. He probably would have played like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think he played like 32 or something, but didn't play like last like 8 or something due to blowout. But yeah, there's so many games, dude. Like shit. I mean, I guess we could start. We're just gonna start with our props for sure, like our official plays. Okay. Guys, get some comments going down below. If you're on YouTube, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps with the algo. Con, how we doing? Shoto, we're doing good. Tommaso, what's good? Tyler, all you beauties, appreciate you. All right, Joel. We got 100 people in here. That's usually when I like to start giving out props. Let's kick it to you first.
Yeah, I'll start off with I bet this last night, so I think it's moved 1 point, but I bet Norman Powell over 21.5 points and assists. I think it's fine to bet Powell's 21.5 points line as well. But the volume just hasn't really come down enough with Kawhi in for me not to play it. He's over in 3 out of the 5 games with Kawhi. Kawhi's still not playing fourth quarters, at least as we know it. He's still been limited to like 24 minutes. And the 2 misses were like 2 blowouts. So he played 22 minutes in one, and then he played 28 minutes in the other. And his like regular rotation's calling for like 38 in like a close game right now. Ty Lue's just kind of running him into the ground.
What do you mean? Dude, this was a normal game. The Clippers only won by 59.
Yeah.
What'd you get to that? 21.5 PA?
PA, yeah.
Okay.
20. I think 22.5 is even fine. 21.5 points is also fine. The Bucks are giving up a ton of catch and shoot lately as well. So,
yes, sir,
I think that kind of plays into Powell quite a bit here.
What I like to say is that with the Bucks, it's got like Bucks are really good if you're like a slasher. It's like a really tough matchup if you're like very paint reliant on scoring, because I think they are allowing the fewest points in the paint, but they're not a great transition defense. They're obviously not good against the catch and shoot, like you mentioned, highest frequency given up over the last 15 games. And even when he does get those pick and roll reps, the pull-ups will be there because they like to play drop for the most part. So, yeah, I think, first of all, the line definitely is short. I mean, dude, if like 22 minutes, that's an absolute floor. This game should be competitive too, right? The Bucks have been playing good. Yeah.
Powell's been straight cooking too, dude. Like he shoots 44% from 3 on the season. I bet him last game against the Wizards, dude, he had 8 points after 3 quarters. He had a 14-point fourth quarter to cover the line. It was insane. Like he's just been a straight wagon for me. So
Has the All-Star reserves been mentioned yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Just the starters, yeah.
Bro, he really cares about that stuff. I think that's like honestly like helped you get over in the last game because like he like does not want to have like these like shitty games. He wants to like keep his points up and stuff. So
He's
I
been
mean,
so consistent.
yeah, and like you said, his role has not changed with Kawhi. So I think that having this filter, might as well get rid of it and just use the whole season. Just make sure that Harden's in there, I guess. Um, so yeah, with Harden, I mean, over in 25 out of 34 games, 26.6 PA. Dude, at the start, when like Powell had like a really good hit rate to start the year, I'm like, I'm staying away from these overs, bro. He's
Yeah.
not going to regress. But I mean,
Yeah. I thought the same.
Yeah,
he just keeps doing it. He
Yeah.
just keeps on doing it. So it's like,
especially at the 21.5. So I mean, like, what's the difference between a 22.5 and a 21.5 hit rate?
there's nothing.
One
It's
game.
literally nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely still a great price at 22.5, literally everywhere too. And what did you say? You said you're cool with 21.5 points as well?
Yeah, I think 21.5 points is
the
fine.
exact same hit rate. Norman never swing.
He doesn't pass. Like, I bet on him twice on his points and assists, and I think he had 0 assists in both games. But sometimes there's very rare occurrences where it just like spikes a little bit. So
Yeah,
I mean, the upside for just 2.
It's 1 assist, bro. You might as well take it. If he drops 21 with no assists, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, nothing.
Very sweet. We got some comments coming in. So yeah, we got 5 total plays between us. Like I said, dude. I mean, me personally, I'm just way too ADD to fucking look at the big ass slate like this. But yeah, I do have a play for the early game. But Joel, do you have a play for the early game or no?
I do not. I couldn't find it there. I do have a lean in there though.
Okay, so I have a play. I like this dude who I bet on last game. I gave him out. Miles Turner. I played over 15.5 points. I was, dude, to be honest, maybe I screwed up a little bit. I'm a little bit mentally blocked by his 2.5 line, but it's like a straight line, you know, at some books, like the FanDuel's too. Because he does not. I mean, if you're like hit rate betting, dude, it's not gonna look good for 3 threes. But here's the thing.
Yeah, sure. Matchup.
Matchup. So he shot 2 for 9 from deep. The thing is, bro, I bet on his over 1.5 threes paired with Wemby 20 plus points last game. He started over 5, and usually when it's like a lowest volume guy from deep, like, and they start over 5, like, you're cooked.
Yeah.
But he was just so open from Wemby's drop coverage that he couldn't, like, he just kept shooting it. So, like, imagine if he started like normal, like a 2 for 4, 2 for 5 in those first 5 threes. Then he might end the game, and if the game stayed close, he might have ended with like 12 threes or something. So great volume, but he shot 17 times, and like I said, he's kind of like more of a role player. And when a role player gets up 17 shots, obviously he's like better than a role player when it comes to scoring. But when a role player gets up 17 shots and shoots like shit, like that's how you know it's like a good matchup. So if we quick filter by field goal attempts,
even if that was like an outlier game and it comes down a little bit, like you're still in such a good spot there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, field goal attempts. I mean, I'm at 18 plus. He had 17 last game. This is 18 plus. So this was his tied second highest field goal attempt game of the year. If we go to like with 14 plus field goal attempts, so this is at threes. He has 17 or more points in 10 out of 12 games. And yeah, we're projecting volume. Like I said, if he got up 17 in a blowout while shooting like shit, I mean, I think he's going to be around that mark once again. So
yeah, my model projection has him at like 18.5. So it loves Miles Turner today.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, that's always some good insurance.
And that doesn't even factor in like matchup stuff.
Matchup,
like, yeah.
Just like pure, like it's like volume and stuff. Mostly.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like pick and roll man, obviously like that's Wemby's drop. That's why the pick and roll man is so high. I mean, 6 most points there. And it's like another thing that I always like to check is I feel like a lot of people use like head-to-head data, like on recent games when like someone goes off and it's like, dude, they just played and like if the reason why they like a team lost the game was because they let this dude go up and it's so fresh in their head, they're probably going to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Well, good thing the Pacers lost by 30 in this game, so they're probably going to do the exact same shit.
No reason to change.
Yep. So yeah, Turner over 15.5 points. Like I said, I mean, a filterless hit rate probably isn't going to be great, but yeah, just like, I mean, there's such good volume and in like pretty much a worst case game environment with bad shooting variance and they got blown out. So Yeah, love Turner today. And I think the prices, so there's like a super juice 14.5s out there, but yeah, 15.5 is very available for anyone if you want to tail. Best prices are 365 DraftKings and I guess ESPN, and then it starts to get a little more juiced, but I still like it there. Sweet. All right, Joel, hit us with your second play.
My second place one's pretty gross, but I took Jordan Poole over 25.5 points and assists. I just like in matchups where a team allows a ton of pull-up threes, like I just love targeting Jordan Poole, and Nick Richards hasn't changed anything for them. They're still in a super deep drop. So the Suns blew them out last game in Washington. So like that's a concern. It's like a 15-point spread. I usually don't like to predict blowouts, but he was like getting shots up against them. How many field goal attempts did he have?
Let's see. He shot three for 10, 6 for 16. Only played 26 minutes.
That's what I mean. So like if he gets up to like 32, 33 even, like if the Wizards keep it within 20, he should play 30 plus minutes. If it gets to like 25 plus, that's usually when you see starters pulled. But the Wizards aren't on a back-to-back here, so I mean, I like to just assume that they should be able to keep it as decently close. I just don't like predicting blowouts, and I think this line's too low.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good matchup. And like the thing is, like, yeah, Suns are allowing the highest pull-up 3-point frequency over the last 15 games. So like you're spot on with the drop. I definitely did peep Richards playing that same deep drop. Yep. That's like a Coach Bud thing, kind of too, you know.
Bud loves the deep drop, dude.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to give up easy buckets in the paint, which makes sense.
And they're bad against pick and roll ball handlers too. So
where are they? 25th. Yep, 25th there. This is so he played, like I said, he played 26 in that blowout. That seems like pretty close to a floor. Get 26 plus. That's a 19 out of 30 hit rate. Definitely a great matchup. We could even go to like, let's see, I wonder if like a nice little play type filter. Oh, I guess this play type's transition, but still, we know how Poole plays. He just coming out the pick and roll and chucking shit. The Suns, who are the Suns laying 14 points against anyone?
The Suns are just not that good.
Can we quick go on a Suns rant? These guys suck. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, they just traded away a super valuable pick because they're going to be absolute dog shit in 2031. Super valuable pick for 3 firsts. Obviously, like I'm sure that's to dump like Nurkic's contract. Like for what though, bro? Like this team is sorry. Like they're not. They're like a first round exit at best.
And Jimmy Butler doesn't help them at all.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler playing alongside. I'm actually like a Jimmy Butler stan, to be honest, dude. I just like his I'm not a fan of his antics, obviously, but
yeah, sure.
His play in that postseason run a couple years ago, which was
amazing,
was like, dude, he was the best player in the world.
That was elite stuff.
Yeah, like that game,
dude. He's also 36 now.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's just like, how does he help? Like, how does he fit even there? Like the Suns love just gathering up dudes that don't fit together. Like just as many ball dominant players as you can get, throw them on the Suns.
Bro, they're just like they build teams like it's 2K. Like screw the future assets. Like
it's terrible.
Oh yeah, let's get Nurkic. He's better than Ayton. Now you have to send a first to get rid of him. I wonder like what, and then so they'll send a first to get rid of Nurkic, and then what will they do? Like, yeah, get Jimmy Butler. Like, how are you going to get Jimmy Butler? Who's
they have to give up Beal. They'd have to give up Beal. I think it's obvious that Beal's like just not working there too. So,
well, who's going to take Beal though?
I mean, if I'm Miami, I would definitely take Beal for Jimmy.
I don't know, dude. His contract is so bad though.
I know, but dude, you get rid of 36-year-old Jimmy, like, who's just causing so much ruckus on your team.
The thing is, they're gonna have to get like a third team in there because they're not doing just
Probably
for Jimmy. And like because Beal's just gonna hamstring them because Pat Riley just wants to like be a play-in team and like a 6 seed and like compete.
Can we talk about also how bad that Heat team is? God, dude.
Yeah, Bam, and Ware. I like Ware.
Where's a dog? But
Yeah,
dude,
it's yeah.
Spo's rotations too. Like I was looking, I wanted to play um Duncan Robinson today. He was pacing for like 36 minutes last game, doesn't play the whole fourth. And then Pele Larson just like starting last game, like out of nowhere. It's just like Spo's so random this season.
You can't bet on the Heat wings. That's what I think. The
You
only Heat
can't.
person I bet
It's
on this
just
year
there's
is
no
Hero.
safe.
Hero's consistent.
And Ware, I think Ware's going to be safe, but his lines are not too high. But
Yeah, but like I mean, like it's like, hey, is it going to be Pele Larson? Is it going to be Haywood? Is it going to be Jaime? Is it going to be Jovic? Is it going to be Duncan Robinson? Like, dude, it's just like a log jam at the wings,
it's
and so
crazy.
it's pretty unbettable stuff. The one thing I will say,
Completely.
Joel, if you're a live better and you see the Heat starting to get blown out, Nikola Jovic is a wagon. That's something I do on the side. I do a lot of live betting,
I
and
love Jovic too. I wish he got more minutes because I feel like I'd be betting his stuff a lot. But
yeah, I like Jovic too. But yeah, JP. Anyways, Suns. They're not going to switch anything up. They're like, oh my gosh, we have to get out of drop to slow down the Wizards and Jordan Poole. Like, no, they're not going to do that. So yeah, JP. I mean, this is a super ideal matchup for him. He'll get pull up jumpers at will with the Suns deep drop. Just got to hope that they don't lose by 30. But we're talking about the
yep.
Phoenix Suns here. So I'm going to stay in the same game. I'm going to go to Nick Richards over 18.5 points and rebounds. I don't know if this line moved or not. It looks like it did. Okay, I guess there's a couple lines at the more stale books. Bet365, MGM, ESPN, Fliff, you could all play those. If not, 19.5 is totally fine, or 20.5 PRA. Like all that stuff with Nick Richards. So this is obviously like small sample size stuff, but like to be honest, he really hasn't had really good matchups. So he had 33 PR off the bench against the Pistons. Pistons do give up a fair bit to the pick and roll man if we go to versus DPT. Yeah, they're like 20th there, but like overall points in the paint, Pistons are 7th fewest, and obviously Richards like doing all this stuff in the paint. So that's not really a great matchup. Cleveland is like the worst possible matchup if you're a pick and roll man and like you don't self create, because they allow the fewest points per game to the pick and roll man. Obviously, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley didn't play, but Jared Allen is a great defensive center. And Cleveland's scheme is kind of like funnel stuff to the corners and more so than letting people eat in the pick and roll. So brutal matchup. They got blown the hell out in Cleveland. Like that's not surprising whatsoever. So I mean, this is just a terrible spot for Richards. And then even the Nets, like Nets they're kind of similar to the Cavs, where like they'd rather funnel catch and shoot stuff to the corners rather than to the pick and roll men. So yeah, they all have the 5th fewest points per game to the pick and roll man. Richards is like pretty reliant at scoring that way. Like I said, he's not a self creator whatsoever. So he only had 8 points. He only played 22 minutes, which is kind of concerning. But he did have 3 fouls in the first half in his first 9 minutes. So definitely lost a ton to foul trouble and probably even a few to blowout because they won by 24. But with that being said, man, like he had 15 rebounds in that game, 11 rebounds. I did the math, and it's a small sample size, obviously, but Richards is averaging 22.4 points and rebounds per 26 minutes as a Sun. The 26 minutes is like kind of projecting in like a little bit of foul trouble, a little bit of blowout. Like I said, this was like a floor minute spot with the getting blown out, and starting to go small ball because you're down by so much. That won't happen. You're not getting blown out against the Wizards. This was foul trouble and blowout, so I guess this could happen. But let's hope he doesn't get into foul trouble by Alex Sarr. But like, they could definitely blow him out. But even if they blow him out, like I said, I think he's going to be around 25, 26. And then, like I said, 29 off the bench in the first game. So, yeah, have him at 26. And obviously, guys, if you go to the Wizards, like hover over this. They'll have the most rebounds on the year. The Suns outside of Richards really don't rebound for shit. Katie will if it goes right to him. But, yeah, I mean, Wizards allow the most free throws, second most points per game to the pick and roll man. Ton to put back, like 4th most points in the paint. Like it's just probably like Wizards for like a center who needs to get set up for stuff is probably one of the best matchups out there. So yeah, love Nick Richards stuff. I think that this is like a pretty suppressed line. even though his per minute numbers with the Suns have been really good. I just think this is the best matchup he's had with the Suns too. So
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I love the per minute angle too. Like he hasn't played his like peak minutes yet for the Suns because of the foul trouble blowout and stuff. So yeah, you're definitely getting like a discounted line, I think.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then just that Cavs matchup where he had 8 PR. Have you ever faded like a pick and roll man against the Cavs? You're a
No,
Cavs.
not typically.
Yeah, but you're a
It's
Cavs
just like
fan.
I rarely bet unders unless I'm like real convicted on an under.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been trying to do, but I've been trying to do so. But like when I like bet like I like to bet with feel kind of, which feel
Yeah,
and lose. But like when I lost that Donovan Mitchell bet, like I just felt like such an idiot. It's like I had no feel behind it coming into it, and I just like saw like low pull up frequency, and I'm like, oh, I know Donovan Mitchell. Most of his buckets are from pull ups. So I'm like, okay, if you're allowing such a low pull up frequency, you're probably pretty aggressive in the pick and roll. And
I do have an I do have an under I want to ask you about though later, but
okay,
we'll
sweet,
get to
yeah,
that in a little bit.
we can
But
get to that.
yeah, Mitchell was just cooking last night though. It's
Yeah.
just
It
really
happened.
all the Cavs like pick ball handlers were cooking. It was crazy.
Yeah, Ty
Did you
Jerome. Where
8
the
for 8 from 3, bro?
where the hell did Ty Jerome? Was he even on the Cavs last year?
Yeah, he was hurt all season.
Oh, okay. Dude, Ty Jerome's such like a goofy player. Like he just like looks so ass when he plays, and then like he just like
Random games, he'll just pop off.
yeah, like he just moves around so like clunky and slow, but he just gets to a spot and like makes it. Like
33, that was crazy.
he's a good player, man. Two teams I have like a ton of respect for this year for what they're doing is Cavs and Memphis, and it's more so not because of their stars, but it's just because they have these like role guys and stuff who like they're just getting the absolute most out of, you know, like
Yeah,
Memphis.
100%.
Like I'm
Kenny
like
Atkinson unlocked.
Mobley for sure.
Like, he's a great coach.
Yeah, he is a great coach. Y'all are lucky, man. Like,
Get
but
JB
even
Bickerstaff out of there.
hey, respect JB. He pulled
I got no respect for JB. I'm sorry.
But no, the Cavs. Who else do you guys have? It's like a good role guys. Like Sam Merrill. I like him when he plays.
Niang, get him off my team. I don't care.
Yeah, Niang. He plays hard though, man. He plays with like a competitive spirit about him that you can appreciate as a fan.
That's true. That's true.
Who else am I missing though from the Cavs? Like a good bench guy who's
Tristan Thompson. Oh, Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert's shooting like 45% from 3 this year.
yeah, Karis LeVert. He's definitely getting maximized as well. I've always been a Strus guy. Comes back, he's been cooking. So yeah, Cavs got a lot of good bench guys and stuff. Anyways, this isn't a Cavs show; it's a betting show. So Joel, hit us with bet number 3.
My third bet was Tari Eason over 16.5 PRA. 20 minutes last game, so I think we got a little bit of a discounted line. But I think I don't think that's sticky. I think he probably comes back to like his 24 minutes he's been playing without Jabari. So even with like 20 to 25 minutes, I just think overall the line's too low. Cavs will play like that zone. They'll play Mobley's probably out here. I would assume he's a game time decision, but when he is on the floor, he's going to get matched up with like Niang whenever the Cavs do play man. So they just had this matchup. He had 20 PRA in 20 minutes. So
yeah, that 20 minutes is weird. Tari's a really good player, and especially without Jabari. Like I don't know how many games he's been back now. This is his 5th game back. I'd probably expect Tari to be up around closer to like the 26-minute range most games. Did he get into like foul trouble last game or something? Or was
no,
it
it was just like game flow. I think like Van Fleet played like 40. Amon played 40. Like Cam Whitmore hit like 5 threes in the first half or something like that. So I think he might have just lost some minutes, but
Cam Whitmore is a head case. Yeah, I think this is a good spot. Usually in Cleveland, I'm like suspect of taking overs, but he is also a bench guy. Just because Cavs, I feel like they blow out everyone at home. But yeah, no, I completely agree with like the the 20 minutes is not sticky like whatsoever. Like without Jabari, man, Tari's a really impactful player at winning. Makes no sense for 24, 24, 27, and then 20. Like I would think it's
Yeah.
like 26 or something.
Same.
So this is just a filter with 20 plus minutes, and most of these games are like there's like an outlier 35-minute game, but like I could see like around 30 if like the game script hits right without Jabari for sure. And yeah, Cavs are on the second night of a back-to-back. They play at a pretty fast pace. They're like fine in transition, fine in spot, or like a little bit leaky with spot ups and stuff for sure. Especially with that zone, that's just gonna happen if you're running zone. Yeah, I mean, 20 plus minutes should be an absolute floor. 16 out of 21, can't argue with that. And I think you're getting a pretty good spot. So yeah, that's definitely a good one. I'm just a Tari guy, man.
Same, dude. Atari's been such a wagon for me this season too. Like he's just another guy who's just been so consistent.
5.5 rebounds. I was gonna say if it's 16.5 PRA, I was wondering what his rebounds were gonna be at. His assists are at 0.5. Yeah, no, Tari, this is a great bet, JG. I like it. Okay, so that's it for the official plays. Was there anything else I wanted to get into? I feel like there was something off the top of my head that I wanted to talk about, but
can we stick in this game and just look at Darius real quick?
Yeah, Darius for sure.
So without Mobley, he's just like the field goal attempts are just crazy.
Yeah, holy shit. 21, 21, 13, 19. To be fair, there has been a fair bit of good matchups. I would think that the 76ers weren't, but I guess, if he cooked. Houston's a good matchup for him, and that's what they play.
That's what I was gonna say. Like they're gonna run drop. Like Şengün and Steven Adams will just be in drop. So
they don't allow shit to like low usage guys. Jared Allen's, I think I like Jared Allen stuff, but just Mobley questionable. To be honest, I just like hate getting like the injury news wrong. Like I feel like such an idiot when I make a bet and then
then Mobley's like in.
Yeah, it's also like a back. I don't know. Cavs. Kenny Atkinson's pretty conservative with minutes is one thing that I've realized. And I don't know if it's like because like it's like against Houston. I wouldn't expect resting to happen, but you just never know. Like Cavs are like pretty locked into like the number 1 seed. So it's like it wouldn't shock me if like maybe someone's a little sore, like a Mitchell is a little sore after playing pretty good minutes, and they're just like, okay, we have like 5 losses on the year, like we're gonna rest you. But I don't know, just like back to back and Mobley lingering, I would probably stay away from Cavs stuff personally until we have.
Yeah, the Mobley thing is for sure a problem, but
yeah, but like this is just like if Mobley is out, then
exactly
you'll look to.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, we got a lot of comments going on. Let's see. Pascal Dimes. Tyler, I'm going to be completely honest, bro. I feel like Pascal I have no clue how to bet on Pascal.
Me neither. I haven't done it one time this year.
We could look at potentials. He had 9 potentials last game in only 28 minutes. I guess you could make the case with like Wemby just like lurking near the rim that like when he is in post-up situations, he's just like saying, screw it, I'm going to make a kick-out pass out of it to a shooter. But
I personally wouldn't play it. Just
I have no feeling, I have no conviction behind it, but
yeah,
blindly looking at it, 9 potentials in 28 minutes is very good for him. Like, let's see, he's only had 9 potentials 4 times this year, and that was in 28 minutes. So maybe he plays normal minutes and gets 10 potentials, 11 potentials, which would be like a season high. I guess you could like filter it with like 7+ potentials, then you're kind of cooking. But I just don't have conviction behind it, and I think you're in the same boat, JG, right?
Yeah, there's.
But like, I'm not gonna talk you off it, Tyler. Like, 9 potentials, same matchup. Pacers got blown out. Spurs are gonna run the same defensive stuff. Yeah, I can't talk you off it. Fox PA or Monk PA, dude. Fox might be like it might be time to buy on Fox.
I couldn't decide. I was so torn between both him and DeRozan last night.
I think it's got to be Fox because Knicks are number one in isolation, and that's how.
DeMar scores a lot in the pick and roll too, though.
Yeah, but like he's definitely more of an ISO guy, than like
Yeah, for sure.
Fox and Monk are like the pick and roll guys for the most part. I mean, DeRozan obviously is going to get
Like, who do you think guards who here?
I
You
would
think
think that,
Bridges takes Fox?
yeah, which I'm not scared of a Bridges matchup.
No, I don't think. I'd rather Bridges than OG, right?
Yeah. I would think OG takes like the slower, more physical. Like DeMar's not really physical, but he is kind of like a put a shoulder into you and get into his mid range.
And just try to draw fouls.
Yeah, try to drop fouls.
Vader.
Yeah, like Fox is in such a good buy spot because the Knicks are a drop team. I mean, most points per game to the pick and roll ball handler, obviously.
Yeah, his PR looks pretty good.
What's the rebounds at? See, even just like points though too, because
I like both.
Yeah. I might, dude, Fox, 22.5 for Fox, dude. That's not a big ask whatsoever.
That pinky, though, like, people, like, that pinky's injured.
I didn't even know he was hurt, to be honest.
He's got a hurt, like, finger. I think it's his pinky. So he's been shooting bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been, like, screwing up that field goal percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. I had no clue. Do you know when he hurt it? Was it like around here?
I'm not exactly sure. I can try to look and find it though.
It was probably this stretch. I know he missed January 4th through 11th. It must have been this little stretch. Then he came back against the Bulls. Yeah, I guess I didn't know that he was dealing with a pinky issue. That kind of does make sense. I still might play it though, to be honest.
Dude, it's like a bad finger issue. Just Google. Oh man.
De'Aaron Fox finger.
Google Fox finger injury and then go to news and just show the image of that. It's wait, hold on. From CBS News. It says Kings Fox shows off finger injury ahead of Wednesday's Warriors matchup.
What the heck? Okay, let me see. I'm on.
Hold on, let me just. I'll DM it to you.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's actually a good point. I mean, that can definitely affect like field goal percentage and stuff. So maybe it's just more. Maybe it's a well set line.
Dude, the finger looks messed up, bro.
I'm gonna quick take a peek at it. Oh my gosh! Yeah.
If that's his pinky and he's trying to shoot the ball,
yeah, that's rough. Maybe it has. It's been a little while, but okay. Yeah, probably stay away. Maybe stay away from Fox then. But Powell fucking wagon, man. 14-point fourth quarter.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy.
Hero dimes. Oh, for sure. That makes a ton of sense. So if we go to Brooklyn, Miami, I really liked Bam. I looked at some lines last night. This one did kind of move. I can't remember off the top of my head if it was. Oh, so it's at 27.5. I do kind of like Bam stuff, dude. The Heat have he's got to be a buy low to some extent. Like I was concerned about how he's going to be on a per minute basis while sharing the floor with Ware, but 11, 14, and 3 with 11. Like he had 33 rebound and assist chances in only 29 minutes, which is
I lean over on his rebounds and assists, but dude, his scoring has just been. What happened to him?
I don't know, man. There was all this hype coming in with his 3-point leap too, especially.
And he just sucked it up.
Yeah. So this is a lean that I had at first. They're playing the Nets, and just if you just think about it, right? The Nets blitz the pick and roll handler. So, I mean, they allow the fewest points per game there. So Tyler Hero is like in a bad spot. And then if you just kind of say like, okay, Tyler Hero might not have a great game, and then you can be like, okay, this is such a low line for Bam, no Jimmy. Tyler Hero's going to be getting blitzed. Like, I mean, he could just make stuff happen here. So I have a very strong lean for this dude. Like if we go to with Hero without Jimmy, I mean,
yeah, that's really solid.
Joel, look at this. Look at last year, man. With Hero,
I know, crazy, bro. And
35
like
points,
way over the line too.
not even close. So I have a strong lean on Bam, but the question was Hero assists, and like I said, he is going to get blitzed against Brooklyn. Without Jimmy, he already played Brooklyn on December 23rd. 15 potentials, 9 assists. Great stuff right there.
Good.
Yeah, it's definitely a strong lean of mine for sure. I really do like this Hero stuff. Steph Curry, Lakers have also been pretty aggressive on pick and roll, and Steph's kind of just been a wagon without Dre. If we go to without Dre, yeah, I mean can't argue with this either.
What's the line? 6.5.
Yeah, it was 5.5 for a while.
Dang, a 5.5 would have went hard.
Lakers 24th in assists allowed.
Just check my projection on that.
Yeah, it's I wonder what that's going to be looking like.
It's been liking Curry's assists.
I kind of just like Steph stuff in general. This is kind of square. But
yeah, no, for sure.
Steph versus LeBron, dude. These games are like literally down to the wire every game. Like there's no.
Look at the last matchup too.
Yeah.
He had like 24 field goal attempts.
Yeah, he got him up. It just and
you would think the Lakers scheme for this guy, but they just never do. He's just.
I think Steph is just inevitable in games against LeBron, dude. I know, but like for real though, these Lakers Warriors Steph versus LeBron games like are always down to the wire. Like it's great hoops, and it's like you know the minutes are gonna be there. Like we're not gonna get no Steve Kerr bullshit. And what's Steph's hit rate with just like 30 plus minutes, or like 32 plus? Not great. Like it to be a little bit better. What about without Draymond? Okay, then now we're starting to cook a little bit. Yeah, I'm just a fan of Steph stuff, dude. Like if you're looking for a game to play an over in, where you're like, I just don't want it to be a blowout, you go to Lakers Warriors. Start from there. Joel, what was your Curry projection at? Did you ever find it?
6.83 assists.
Okay, so like slightly into the over. Chris Paul under 8.5 points. So yeah, Indy's been pretty aggressive against pick and roll handlers recently. They kind of switched their scheme up. I don't know what happened here. He shot 5 times. All of them were threes. I would assume those are mostly catch and shoot threes. Yeah, I mean,
one of them he shot a 3 and it came right back as an offensive rebound. He shot it again.
8.5 is kind of low for Chris. So we could go with Wemby and Vassell.
And Sohan, really. Well,
yeah.
Sohan's not playing as many minutes, but.
Oh, wow. And then it starts to get kind of bad. Yeah, Pacers aren't going to play drop. They're not going to like play drop and let them. If we go to like opponents' pull-ups over the last 15 games, frequency. Yeah, Pacers, their lowest frequency overall for pull-ups. 2 point. So Chris loves like 2 point mid-range pull-ups. That's like how he scores in the half-court offense, unless it's a spot-up look. Very low there. So.
Plus, he's just this season, especially like he'll just shoot terribly like a lot of the time.
It's because he's too old, dude.
He's just not.
Coverage. If he's not going to get drop coverage, you better hope that he draws like a cheeky foul because he's going to make those free throws. I bet an under on him, and AD fouled him on a 3, and I just knew it was cooked from there. Then he got like some technical free throws or some shit, and he had like 5 free points because he's literally shooting like close to 100% on free throws.
Dude, I might have had his over that game. He had 3 technical free throws.
Yeah.
Was that the game? I had his over.
Was it against the 76ers?
Yeah, I think so.
Embiid got like 2 techs and got ejected.
That's literally what it was.
No, but like that. So that gave us free points because we were both on it because Embiid was playing crazy drop. But it gave us free points, but it also completely killed the edge because we were like the edge was.
Yeah, he got kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a fair trade off, right? Because we got
for
3
sure
points out of it. But
that was hilarious, though. I was like, oh my god, he just keeps getting these free throws.
Yeah, so Chris Paul, I think this is actually a pretty solid look. I feel like Halliburton goes off when I fade him, and is a dude when I take any of his props. Yeah,
I agree. That happens to me too.
I will say Halliburton stuff's good because drop coverage. I mean, Miles Turner points and Halliburton assists are very correlated, and I'm on Miles Turner over points. And yeah, this is actually a great matchup for Hallie because he'll get dropped from Wemby, which can can help him get pull up threes. It also can get him easy assists. So I actually really like Hallie. Yeah, he didn't have a great game, but I do think from a matchup perspective, this is actually a really good matchup for him. With Wemby and a drop. Do you ever play Hallie stuff, JG?
I haven't played Holly since like the beginning of the season when I was running his double, and he just kept chalking it every time.
Yeah.
He's just like there's just he's just so inconsistent. Like there's no consistency there with him.
Yeah. Hallie might be one of the worst contracts in the league, in my opinion.
And especially, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that he made All NBA last year, so it's like a super max and not just like a normal max.
Yeah.
And Nemhard will sometimes plug in for Hallie and like run the show, and it's like borderline the same production.
So I was gonna say with Nemhard in, like Hallie just loses. I don't know. With Nemhard in, he's just weird, especially like assist wise.
Yeah, take away some usage for him. He needs to have the ball like all the time to put up numbers.
Like all the time.
Yeah, LeBron stuff, dude. Like I said, just pure narrative, which is definitely, I think narratives can get you home sometimes. 22.5 for LeBron. Let's see, head to head against Steph this year, 31. I mean, dude, this game's going to be close. He's going to be up for it. It's on national TV. You can't talk me off LeBron stuff. From a matchup perspective, no Draymond probably helps. He's a pretty good LeBron defender, even though Draymond might be playing nice with him and like let him walk to the rim a couple times.
But, Draymond all buddy with him now.
Yeah, that's like how the tables have turned.
It's so weird.
Yeah, Warriors definitely are more of a spot up funnel. Like they're 29th there, and LeBron obviously does not spot up whatsoever, really. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you to not playing over LeBron stuff.
He just wants to cook the Warriors.
Yeah. Wiggins is a guy that I never bet on. Joel, I saw you bet on him. What makes you it?
I like this. Is it 17.5?
Yep.
I like this then. Yeah, just take out Kuminga. You could put Steph in. Field goal attempts have been there. The minutes have been really high. Yeah, just overall without Kuminga, he just kind of slides into that second scorer role.
Yeah. So just like a pure he has good usage thing.
Yeah, and then you obviously want to line it up with good matchups. Like I played him against the Kings, who were like dead last in spot up, and so it was a great matchup for him. But yeah, I think it's just the usage role he gets without Kuminga is just far superior.
What number did you play it at?
I had it at 15.5.
Oh, wow.
Against the Kings, yeah. But 17.5 is still good. Yeah, they laid a terrible line on that.
Yeah, so it's like I said, I mean, like I've said this shit a million times today, but and all these misses, 25 minutes, 24 minutes, 29 minutes, and that was like one short. Shot 4 for 11. If we filter, this game's going to be close. 28 plus. I guess we could even do this is going to do the same thing, but it makes it like look like you're like less cherry picking.
Yeah.
26. 26 plus. I mean, yeah. It'll be 17 plus in every single game, but 26 plus.
21.6 too. Like
these minutes have been legit too. Because Steve Kerr, I mean, Wiggins last year, I have this stuck in my head last year, but like last year, like Wiggins was like, you didn't know if he was going to play 24 or 30, 33 because he wasn't playing good. But yeah, this seems like a solid look for sure. We talked about Fox. I liked it until Joel said that he has a nasty ass finger. So yeah, that's a little bit concerning because his efficiency has been really, really bad. And like, if you have a really bad finger on your shooting hand, that definitely makes it tough to shoot. And he'll have to shoot against this matchup. He'll have to make shots against Cat and Drop, which is what makes it a good matchup for him in the first place. But if you're bothered by a finger, that's a little dicey. I still might end up playing it, dude. Just
Yeah, I mean it's low, dude. It is low. I don't think
so.
there's any arguing that.
hmm But Giannis against the Clippers. Clippers are tough.
Yeah,
I
this one's
never really
interesting.
bet against the Clippers, dude, because
Sam, there's a few teams that I just can't get a good feel on. They do run drop with Zubac, but I looked at their like recent pull-up data. Like I looked a couple weeks ago and they were up near the top, and then I just recently looked, they're like back near the middle. So I'm like,
they're in the middle of everything. They're either like a real like good or middle against everything. Which even like when you're really good against something, but when you're good but not like elite against something, and then you're kind of good against everything, it doesn't really give you an edge to take an under either.
yep.
So I never bet against the Clippers, dude. It just like I don't know what Ty Lue does. I think Ty Lue like literally has like a different game plan for every team. So I guess head-to-head data when the Clippers win could maybe be useful, like because then maybe Ty Lue will run the same game plan, but we don't have that. And
Yeah, this one's weird. Dame literally fried them last year too, and I was like, oh, Dame was set at 22.5 points or something, and I was like, yeah, Giannis fried him too. I don't know. Like I feel like they'll play him straight up with Kawhi as much as possible, but like, dude, I don't know. Like I just can't get a good enough feel on that.
yeah, I agree. One thing I do like the game to be close. I guess that's
Yeah.
something. like like Giannis in a close game, I feel like he gets 30 most of the time. To be honest,
Same.
like 32. I guess this is 32 plus. I mean, oh, that's last year. And this is no minute filter. I guess like
For some.
34. I mean, now we're cherry picking. Now we're like, okay, this game is coming down to the wire, which I do
Which
think
it
it does.
should. It should. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it does. These two teams are pretty equal. Like
Yeah, I
Clippers.
agree. I think this is one of the best matchups on the slate.
Um, yeah, I mean, just rule of thumb, Giannis at 29 because I feel like he ends at 30 if you're a few bit. Like when you're like a Giannis level scorer, like that's a good number. It's like,
Especially with how many times he's probably going to shoot. Like he just gets the shots up no matter what.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
nobody can really stop him unless you're doubling. Clippers are not going to double him, I don't think.
they seem unlikely to double. I guess we could do like post up fourth fewest points, isolation fifth fewest. I guess that's kind of indicative of because even like the best teams in isolation, like the Boston's, like they'll get cooked in isolation.
Yeah, see, like it's just hard with this team because they don't even allow spot up. They don't allow they allow like nothing. They're like just really good on defense.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever talked about that before, but yeah, it's like Clippers, dude. It's just like it's tough to gauge.
There's a few teams like that for me. Clippers, the Magic kind of, and then
No, I disagree with the Magic. The Magic
Mavericks, bro. I don't like attacking the Mavericks at all.
Mavericks. I feel like the Mavericks are a spot up team. They're like a pack the paint team.
I feel like it's just different on a game to game.
Yeah, I completely agree with the Clippers though. Like that's like the one team I just can't gauge whatsoever. Like they don't have something that they're really good at defending or really bad at defending, and they're like a pretty good defense. But Russ rebounds. I guess I can give some honestly. Let's just a quick breakdown this game. I watch every Wolves game, so I can give you a pretty good breakdown. Ant points. Ant gets blitzed so much, and like Denver's a team that sometimes they'll play drop with Jokic, but most of the time they're playing up. They're gonna play up every single Ant pick and roll rep. They will never give him drop. If they give him drop, he can give him a head of steam. He's taking that shit to the cup on Jokic with zero rim protection. If you give him a mid range, he'll take it. If you play drop, he'll take the three. Like you just don't play drop against Ant. It's like a terrible decision, and a lot of teams caught on to that. And Nuggets are a team, so it's gonna be tough sledding for Ant if he even plays. If Ant doesn't play, I'm gonna look for Rob Dillingham stuff. I played him last game. He played 9 minutes. He was an absolute cone on defense, to be fair, and Mike Conley played great. So can't really hate on Finch, even though the Wolves season's kind of cooked, and they should be getting him minutes regardless, in my opinion. But Rob stuff, there'll be no excuse to not play Rob. I mean, we're gonna get blown the hell out. Defensively, the Wolves are gonna put Randall on Jokic. They'll have Rudy roam off of either Russ or Christian Braun or Aaron Gordon, whoever's on the court, one of the few. And that strategy works really well, to be honest. Randall's actually like very strong, and when he's engaged, when you put him on someone, especially a big, he honestly like plays really good defense. And that's like, we're talking about Julius Randle here, but he did. This is actually really sad to say, JG, but Julius Randle is a better defender than Rudy Gobert on like a physical big man.
That's terrible.
It's sad but true. So Randle,
that is so sad.
Randle's minutes, I think, are really safe. His scoring has been really weird. He's been super passive. He's really tried to facilitate a lot. And we just haven't had a game without Ant. So Dillingham stuff I'm going to look at. We're going to get a low line for him because he's going to come off the bench. He played 9 minutes last game. But Rob is someone I'm going to look to for sure. And Jokic might play him and drop, even though Rob's like a really good pull-up shooter. But Aaron Gordon stuff is interesting. If Ant misses, I would think that Aaron Gordon is like building a lab to guard, like to clamp like a Julius Randle.
I agree with that.
And his line's really low, bro. 14.5 PRA.
Yeah, those minutes just haven't been there.
I don't even care though, dude, because like he's running like the show with the second unit.
True.
Like this has got to be an anomaly. 17 minutes. Was there a reported injury with him?
I don't think so. Let me just look at his minutes though in that game. This is the game I wanted to talk about an under, and I kind of lean Peyton Watson's under. Let me look at Aaron Gordon real fast, though. Yeah, so Gordon didn't play. Like, he usually comes back for 6 minutes in the second quarter for whatever reason. Last game, he didn't do that.
That's weird.
I wouldn't think that's going to stick.
No.
I would say he's back at like 20. What was the game before?
22.
Yeah, about 22.
Straight. Yeah, and then if you just like blindly calculate like per 22 minutes, like I said, I'm just not buying that shit at all. Aaron Gordon is such a valuable player. So he's like a very good player. And I think like he's like I said, he's built in the lab to defend Julius Randle. And they'll do like weird roaming off of him stuff, which is good because he'll just get like open threes,
cuts and stuff,
double handoffs, cuts, yeah. Plus 5.1, plus 2.7. So then divided by 26.4. This is my favorite stuff, just calculating per minute stuff. So he's averaging 17.4 points in PRA per 22 minutes, and he's in like a way higher usage role on the bench. So this is actually, I'm going to add this as an official play. Aaron Gordon over 14.5 PRA live on stream for the people. I think that this line is too low, man. Just like it should be 16.5, and we're getting 14.5. Do you have any other input with that AG stuff? Do you like that play, Joel?
No, I definitely do like that. I just for me, I don't know, matchup wise, I'm not 100% sure about it, but I mean, I'll have to look deeper into that. It's just like off-ball players against the Wolves when I feel like they just want to go straight up on you. It's just
no, that's true. But that would make more. But the thing is, like,
that's like if Rudy is guarding him, that's.
Well, but that's like more of an MPJ thing, you know. Like they'll stick to MPJ for sure.
For sure.
But not Aaron Gordon. If you remember that playoff series,
yeah, he was 1 for 8 shooting last game too. That's craziness.
Yeah, and if you remember that playoff series last year, it's like like they stick Rudy on him, and like they do the exact opposite of stick on him. To be honest, it's like they use him so Rudy can roam off of him because they don't respect his shooting.
This does look good. If you just give him 20 to 22 minutes, 20 to 25, I mean.
Yeah.
Even
And then
18.
Like I said, I just did like a per because I think 22 minutes
Yeah,
is like
my projections have him about right where you calculated to.
17.4
Yeah.
around there. What does yours have at?
About like exactly where you said.
Okay, sorry, dude. I'm like so.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Streams. Yeah.
I also want to talk about Peyton Watson under because I think with everyone back, he's getting a little bit inflated. I don't know if the minutes are going to be there for him in this one. Like last game, he played 26 minutes, and I think he played extra minutes because Gordon stayed on the bench. But like if you look at Peyton Watson with everyone in and look at his chart, like he's got a few games that are like super outlier where he like jumps to like 33 minutes or like 30 minutes. But most of the time he's at like 15, 16, 17, like max 20. And a lot of recent games, Michael Porter Jr.'s kind of had his minutes like down. I think Porter today sees like 35 though.
One thing I do want to say, I would wait to bet that to see if Ant plays or not. Because if Ant doesn't play, we might get
That's
blown
true.
the hell out, and you might
That's
get
true.
screwed there.
That's totally
but
true.
yeah, no, checks out for sure. I completely agree with that.
Like Peyton Watson's super reliant on catch and shoot stuff too. Like,
yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely not a good matchup for P Watt if this game can stay competitive and Ant plays and stuff. I think that's a good look. What was the filters you used with everyone in?
Yeah, just put everyone in.
Put the whole rotation in, yeah. Russ, Gordon's rather. Yeah, under in 6 out of 18. Not a good matchup.
See, the ones that he's covered are just like spike minutes games too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so he played 18 against Philly, 12, 18, blowout. Okay, let's say it's not a. Let's just say, okay, 22 is his max if it's not a blowout. And then he only has one game where he's went over against a terrible catch and shoot and transition team in the Pelicans. This is some sharp stuff, Joel. I like it. I would just say, just make sure Ant is going to play. And then you're cooking with grease. Okay, sweet. See, this is like the type of stuff that you can find gems with if you just like dig,
100%.
Okay, let's see. What was the last thing though? So, we looked at Russ. I never even answered the question. I'm a jackass.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
Sorry, Con. Russ rebounds.
4.5 is so low for him.
It is for sure.
I feel like the Wolves and rebounding is just.
They're fine. They're a fine rebounding team. Rudy's in like a rebounding like slump. I've never seen someone go on a rebounding slump until I watched.
Same. Dude, he can't grab a board. At the beginning of the season, I was just hammering his rebound lines too because like I figured Cat gone. Like you would think Rudy's getting more boards.
Yeah.
He's getting far less, and Cat's like getting like 15 a game. So it's just confusing.
No, like when I say he's in a slump, like he literally had a quote where he's like, dude, he just like slaps it and like instead of squeezing it, like he said he's overthinking it. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
You just grab the ball. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, so Rudy's in a slump. I guess that's your edge. But their best rebounders in a slump. Good matchup. No, I mean, Russ. I mean, they've just been like blowing teams out. I feel like Russ's floor is like, if it's a blowout, his floor is like 25. So
if he plays 30, this is like free.
Yeah, 21 out of 31. I guess we could. When did he enter the starting lineup? When Aaron Gordon got
yeah,
which was around Christmas. So
I can look. I have the rotations up right now. Okay. He entered the starting lineup the first time on December 7th against Washington.
Oh, are you sure? Oh, no,
Yeah,
but that was when Aaron Gordon missed. So I'm gonna like I just want to see like since he started. So I'm Joel. If you look at this right now, like this is like when Aaron Gordon started missing time. So I filtered it after the Christmas game.
yeah. Christmas was like the
He's crushing. He has been crushing. I think that's a fair solid look on Chris Dimes.
dude. I bet this exact Russell Westbrook line, and the 2 times he missed this season were just the 2 times I bet it.
Yeah, Chris Dimes does make sense. I mean, so I don't think we've seen a 7.5 line for Chris like in a while.
Wow, that's actually very interesting.
With Wemby and Vassell over in 17 out of 26. Pacers, I guess, look at overall assists over the last 10 games. We can check that out.
I think they're pretty high lately.
About average, yeah. About average. They're not like last year. Remember
Yeah,
last
where
year?
there was just nothing. Like
Yeah.
nobody was getting assists.
No, this makes a fair bit of sense, dude. And like, if Wemby's gonna, I would. It's kind of weird that he didn't have a good assist game last game with how good Wemby played.
I mean,
But
he
like,
still had 7, and he didn't play the last 6 minutes. So
yep. I would think that the Pacers show a little pride and don't get their shit rocked. And
my only thing with this is I think Chris's minutes probably kind of ticked down a little bit just because Sohan back. But
even with Sohan though,
yeah.
No, it makes sense. I think this is like I mean, just like pure line value, dude. This is like always at 8.5.
Always, yeah.
So
no, I like that a lot.
It's like I think it's like a pretty neutral matchup for sure. I mean, but one thing I like to look at with Chris Paul too with assists, honestly, just with like ball handler assists in general. So Pacers are really bad against the pick and roll man. That's great for Chris assists.
Same. I love looking at this because that is like the number one easiest way to get assists.
And
they're high percentage assists. So like even if you have like lower potentials and you're getting a lot of assists to the roll man, they're obviously going to be way higher percentage.
Yeah, and
spot will be lower percentage, but
yeah. Well, I hate when people like bitch about that too. It's like people will bitch about a bad conversion rate when like they're expecting like people to shoot like 60% on like
from 3. Yeah, it's like
yeah. So I mean, yeah, this is a good point by you. They're way higher percentage and even spot up too though. So this is actually a really good assist matchup because he's finding open.
I agree.
He's finding Wemby on the roll. Yeah, that's a really good matchup.
Just depends on like what kind of adjustments that the Pacers are going to make. They did just lose by 30, where like Wemby was just destroying them. So
yeah, but it's not like Chris Paul was benefiting from assists off of that. Like
true,
to a crazy extent.
True.
So
yeah. I like this one. I like this one a lot.
I kind of want to add it.
Same. I have his projection at like 8 point.
The problem is like if you look at all these lines, it's like only DraftKings like it has a -120, and like the rest kind of like -140.
-140. It's a good pace matchup too. Like this is going to be a pace up spot for the Spurs as well. So
yeah,
I love like adding assists in like fast paced matchups.
Yeah.
Which like I lean heavily over on Morant's assist today too.
Oh, dude, for sure. No, it's actually like a perfect matchup for Ja.
7.5. Like I legitimately I want to play that one so bad.
Dude, I mean, this whole Grizzlies team, bro, is like, bro, the Jazz are like the worst transition defense like by far, and like the Grizzlies are the best transition offense like by far. So it's like this is like literally a perfect matchup for like the whole team, probably besides like Edie because can he like get up the floor in time?
Yeah.
If you like bet an Edie over, you might just be pissed because he's like in the half court for like half of the possessions.
Which speaking of Edie, he got you your money back.
He did. Let's go, Zach. Zach,
good job, Edie.
Honestly,
I got more than 1 PRA in the second half this time.
Got a singular PRA. Dude, I'm proud of myself for going back to it because like in the past, like I would be so emotional and like so pissed that like I'd like not like bet it.
Yeah, no, I do that sometimes too. But like the run back method's real, bro.
Yeah, we're getting over these mental hurdles. Hey, Joel, actually, to the people, I want to put the people on the game. If you guys are cappers, me and Joel were talking about this. You guys should be muting other cappers, to be honest with you.
Dude, 100%.
Because there is, and also the word capper like is really starting.
I hate it. I hate stuff. I like just don't even say it.
Yeah, so you should be muting other bettors in the space if you are a bettor yourself because your judgment gets clouded so much by what other people bet, and if you see it late and you just don't want to like tail other people. It's like almost like an ego thing. You're like
100%, dude. I
like
hate it.
yeah, and
Like I don't want someone else to find the bet before me, so I'll just mute people, and then if
yeah.
you don't see it, I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, it's also like too if you see like Chris Paul over 7.5 assists, like -110, or what's like a line that's like moved or something. You see like a line and it's like worse value. It's like even if it's still a good number to bet at. Your psychology is going to tell you not to bet it because you're
Missed the
like
best line. Yeah.
you missed out on it. Yeah, it's like now you're making a bad bet even though you're not. Like you can still have an edge if it was just like a bad line and then it got bet up a little bit, but it's still a good line. Like yeah.
And that happens a lot. Like
Oh,
you can have like yeah.
So just a little life advice for the fellow quote unquote cappers out there. Okay. Alex said, "Sup? Gave Spida assist yesterday. Back today with Sexton. Oh yeah, did that hit? Donovan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe he probably just nuked everything yesterday. Alex, let's see. Sorry. Sexton over 17.5 points. So Memphis is also like a really bad transition defense, dude. This game is just going to be played with like ridiculous pace. Like an under might not hit this game.
Dude, I will never take an under against
Utah.
the Grizzlies again,
Oh,
dude.
Memphis.
I had RJ Barrett under, I think it was 6.5 assists. Dude, he turned into prime Stockton and just had like 11 that game. I'm like, no, it's not. They scored 154 points. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. This is a good bet though, I think. His minutes have been there. He's basically like back to like what he was playing as like last season.
John Collins is out, which is somewhat significant. He'll definitely chuck up his shots when he touches the ball
every time.
Honestly, 18 points against OKC with Laurie and Keontae, because he has been playing like as like the guy, but 18 points against OKC is like insanely impressive. Because that's like such a bad matchup for Sexton, because they're like the best transition defense. They gap help. They on drives, like if you're a driver against OKC, like you're cooked. Like you got to be like a spot up guy. That's not what Sexton is. So 18 points. If you can have 18 against OKC with like Laurie and Keontae, and like he should be able to have 19 against Memphis, because we just haven't had much sample recently. We played 32 minutes. The game was close. Memphis is capable of blowing shitty teams out at home, like very capable.
This doesn't look good though with Keontae, because Keontae is just a straight chucker, bro.
But without Clarkson, we could. Wow, that doesn't even make much of a difference at all. But he's always close,
Yeah.
I still
like it. I still think it's solid just because of his recent form. But those Keontae ones are just.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's
really a chucker this year.
It's probably like the mental hit rate block, but like 17.5 would make it like really, really good. It's 18.5. I think it's like a fair set line with like some variables in there and stuff. The Jazz are just like tough to bet on right now because,
Plus you can never trust Will Hardy.
Yeah, Will Hardy. Will Hardy randomly will like say like fuck Colin Sexton and play him like 20 minutes. PJ Washington under 16.5 points. Yeah, I think that's a fair look. The one thing I noticed, so Boston used to be kind of getting killed in the paint. Now, if we go to opponent, so I guess I don't have it up. I was looking at it earlier. This is just trust me, I guess. But the last 15 games, Celtics are actually allowing the fewest points in the paint. PJ is kind of reliant on like big bodying, like a smaller, like that's why he does so good against OKC, is because like Shea guards him and he just like bitches Shea like on drives. Like he just lowers his shoulder and like finishes. And also he gets the spot up looks because OKC will give that up. But he shouldn't get the spot up looks against Boston. He also shouldn't be able to like punk like a Tatum or Brown or whoever's guarding him down low, because those dudes are strong as hell. And just like low points in the paint. I like it. Do you have any thoughts on it, Joel?
Is Clay in out? There's so many injury things here that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what
is Clay in.
We don't know. He's questionable.
Yeah,
Najee's
Hardy's a game time decision. Najee's out. Like, I don't know. I just don't know who else can really score the ball. PJ's like got to step up into a big scoring role, especially if, I mean, Clay. It's not even a good scoring matchup for Clay if he's gonna play.
Terrible. Yeah. I think,
but like PJ's a guy who can just like put his head down and just get to the cup. Like,
but I don't think
that consistently.
I don't think you can do that. I don't like for him to like be successful doing that against Boston. To be honest, we're just with like Kristaps lurking, and he'll have to get past to Tatum or Brown, or Drew or White. Like all those guys like are pretty damn good one-on-one and strong players.
True.
I
don't think his spot ups will be that good.
Dinwiddie's like so inconsistent. Like he's like,
dude, it's crazy.
We're
Without
talking
Kyrie, he was cooking. But
who were we talking about being inconsistent earlier?
Hallie.
Yeah, bro. Dinwiddie's like the most inconsistent player in the league. Like, how do you score 28 against OKC and then 7 against Charlotte? And like with like what?
With so many minutes too.
I do kind of like Dinwiddie stuff, to be honest, because he'll get drop coverage like a ton. Kyrie, well, they like to guard one-on-one, so it's a good matchup for Kyrie for sure. But like Dinwiddie will be like an egregiously deep drop. Like they'll encourage the hell out of him to shoot as much as he wants. Is Hardy back?
No,
he's a game time decision. So I think I actually saw that he was questionable, to be honest. Let's quick check. Oh yeah, Jaden's actually questionable. He was just been ruled out. So I think that Jaden Hardy being back actually does matter for Dinwiddie.
Oh, for sure.
I like Gafford unders, just like fewest points in the paint, dude. He scores all of his points in the paint, like literally all of his points in the paint, or makes all of his shots in the paint. Gafford under stuff makes sense to me.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah,
Boston. I mean, especially with Kristaps down there. I mean,
Joel, what do you think about Kleber? Kleber makes sense for like the Celtics small ball style.
That is interesting.
Or spread floor style, kind of. I remember Kleber he's played a fair bit in the finals.
I love how you call him Kleber.
What is it?
Kleba. I think Kleba. I think it's Kleba.
I remember I had Maxi Kleba like over 4.5 PRA in game 1 of the finals. He played 19 minutes and didn't get there.
See, he scores so much on spot up that it's just
But the Celtics will gotten, dude. Holy crap! Look at his play types in the playoffs.
Oh my god!
Spot up, 8% free throws. That's so funny, man. Yeah, but Kleba's like a guy who's like.
What is this, like 3.5?
I like fading like the Pierce, like against teams that don't allow spot ups. I like fading guys who can actually shoot, like who are actually threats to shoot, because like they're gonna stick to them like glue.
Well, if you play any line for him, I feel like you just play over 1-3.
Yeah.
Plus 105.
Talking about Maxi Kleba and shit. Austin Reeves over 9.5 PRA or PR.
Rebounds and assists.
He was a wagon for a little bit. Like I said, dude, you tell me an over in this game, shit, it's going to be a close game, but not for real. Warriors will be pretty aggressive in the pick and roll, which is good. What are they against? And they leak a ton of spot ups, which is good. What are they against pick and roll man?
Oh, they're up there, I think, like 4th or 5th.
Yeah, that's against pick and roll man. Let's quick go to Davis.
Oh, the roll man. Gotcha.
10th. So yeah, that's how you leak so much spot ups. Is when you like sell out to like stop pick and roll stuff, you're gonna leak spot ups. So I mean,
that's why I thought about Max Christie again, but I played it that day that you played it when he shot 3 for.
He had 12 shots in the first half. That was a perfect bet. Literally a perfect read. Sometimes you just can't win though. He had 20 against the Warriors. I will say his usage was crazy high because Davis got hurt right away. But Davis also kind of could help with assists.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. It checks out. We could go to without Russell, and then with AD and LeBron. Yeah, it's juiced for sure. It's 10.5 most places. FanDuel has a.
Even the 10.5 isn't that terrible, but
I like it. He's averaging 11.9 in this sample. I think it's a better match. It's like an above average matchup for sure.
I'd agree. But I also think that Wizards game was above average matchup. How many like potentials did he have there?
13. He had 9 rebound chances, only had 2 rebounds. So
Yeah.
that's super good.
I think that's fair.
What is it? 6.5. Yeah, I like it. We already talked about LeBron. We lean over. First half stuff. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't bet with Prize Picks.
Your camera, by the way, is it's on your dartboard.
Oh, great. What is it? It's like this like shit's like it's supposed to be like an AI tracking camera. I must like picked up on my dog or some shit. If she was like moving around. Come on, bro. Can you work? 50 cents. Okay, bro. Let me quick do this. Okay. Focus, boy. There we go. Is it better?
Yep, you're good.
Okay, guys. We have a lot of people in here. I haven't been annoying today, so I'm gonna click be annoying. If you guys do like Props Madness, we do have code SB25, 25% off. I think it's a very valuable tool. It really could turn like someone who doesn't know shit about hoops into like a good bettor, in my opinion, just because it kind of has everything you need to know about it. So yeah, 25% off every month. Code SV25. Also, if you guys are on YouTube, a like really does go a long way to supporting what we're trying to do in the long run. It's a free way to support us. Also, a subscribe, same with that. It's greatly appreciated if you find the content valuable. And final thing, if you are on Twitter, like I said, obviously we're streaming on X, we're streaming on the Straight Betting account. That's the account I'm using now for posting all the plays that I give out and the other people give out on stream. So we stream here every day, and we're trying to grow that account too. So if you are on Twitter, I would greatly appreciate a follow to Straight Betting.
Hit that like and subscribe. It's free.
Free money. Free just like the 6.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah. So Schroeder 3.5 assists. I do like that. Like his minutes are. Without starting.
I like this.
What was his minutes last game? 20 and 21. But he did have 10 potentials. The Bulls are like the perfect matchup for assists, to be fair.
I'll say that like I don't know. Like I think I could see his minutes coming back up.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because what was it? Like is it back-to-back blowouts there or just against the Kings 21 minutes?
This
lost by 6. And then like they lost by 40 against Boston. I don't even know if he played a minute in that second half.
Yeah, I think without Draymond and with him running the second unit, like it's really good for his usage and stuff. So even though that the minutes might be a little bit down, it's like the per minute assists are going to be so much better than sharing the floor with Steph. Fox just been ass lately. Oh, is this Porzingis' first game back in Dallas? I think it actually might be.
I don't know.
Because I remember he played his first game against Dallas last year, but it was in. Oh no, he played in the finals. Yeah, they played in the freaking finals, but he didn't even play in the finals.
Yeah, I don't think he played.
Wait, did he? Did he play a game in Dallas? Wait, hold up. Let me go check this. Kristaps, 2023 head-to-head. Because I know his first game against Dallas was last year versus Dallas. Bro, they played this whole playoff series against him, and even with that, yeah, he hasn't played in Dallas.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane, man. 27.5 PRA. Yeah, Kristaps is a wagon, dude.
He is a wagon.
It's like just if the game stayed like none of the games even stay close, and like he still like gets over.
Dude, he's yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
He
I'm not
shoots
gonna.
like a ridiculous percentage.
Yeah,
You can't argue with this one.
no, you can't at all. Like, what's the minutes? 24 plus. Let's take away some like injury games, dude. I mean, 24 plus. This is only on prop builder. I guess 28. Then you take away one hit rate, and then it's kind of getting dicey because he's ended at 29 like 4 times. But yeah, I mean, Kristaps, dude. Especially if you can have a 27.5, like for sure. I think that's a good bet.
Yeah, this one's one where I just don't know about the matchup's just so weird to me with Dallas. I don't know how to attack Dallas's defense.
I do. Like I said, well, with like they're kind of like a sellout to pack the paint, and then they'll also blitz in the pick and roll. That's what. But it's Boston, so like you don't want to give up spot ups to like Boston. Yeah, ninth against the pick and roll handler, and then there's sixth against the man, and then 20th against the spot up. I feel like whenever you see that, it's kind of like, yeah, we're really packing the paint in pick and roll actions and like being aggressive, and then kind of leaving the corners open. Because I think that if I'm gonna quick duplicate this tab and then go to opponent or shot dashboard.
Dude, it's crazy that they're still like bottom 10 versus like catch and shoot like field goal attempts though. It's like that's why it's so confusing.
Who is Dallas?
Yeah. Like maybe it's just the pace they play at, but whoa.
Someone texted me and said my camera moved. I thought I fixed it. Wait, is my camera messed up again?
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so by zone, like if we go to corner threes, last 15 games, Dallas, yeah, fourth most. All these teams kind of are like similar, right? Like OKC, Cleveland, and Dallas, they're all just like keying into stop the pick and roll game, and like by default, you're leaking a ton of corner threes. So I think that's kind of like a matchup edge too to keep in mind of.
Yeah, they were
Look,
kind of
maybe Drew. Drew's been so ass, dude, but like at some point,
dude. So has Derek White. Like at some point, Derek White has to break out of the slump.
I know Derek White's like legitimately questionable though, so that's like something.
I just don't understand how he's playing so terrible.
So you could actually, so Drew has a really good matchup. I'm like very confident in that. And if Derek White misses, dude, this is gonna be like a really good bet. And even if not, so like Drew stuff is interesting to me from Boston. What did I say about Garland? Yeah, dude, I was wrong on that. I was wrong on both of them. Like Philly got absolutely cooked by pull up threes. Even though like they were like literally allowing like the fewest attempts over the last like 15 games. So yeah, I was being a nerd and I got burned for being a nerd. And that's what nerds deserve. DeMar, Monk, and Sabonis. Damn, dude,
I like DeMar.
You got to pick one, bro. But yeah, we talked about this drop coverage. It's all good stuff for the pull up guys. I would say Sabonis probably not, just because.
Yeah, tougher matchup for Sabonis.
Yeah,
especially on like the rebound.
Like when you just like think about it, like are you nervous about Cat's rim protection?
No,
I'm not either. Knicks have been mitting it up too, dude.
Dang, dude, they're bad against the roll, man. I didn't even realize.
That's because of drop though. You got to be able to shoot.
True.
And Sabonis has been blicking shit, dude. It seems like he gets one every game. I haven't even noticed that. I know his percentages have been absurd. Sabonis 2+ threes for some good plus money. Might not be the worst bet in the world. I could see like Sabonis having good handoff stuff too. Good. I could see his assists being good, just because he gives like a dribble handoff and Cat's playing drop. Like those guys could just shoot a pull up right away.
Yeah, we can check what they are against handoff.
Handoff. Oh, they're 8th.
Best or worst?
Worst.
Yeah.
Oh no, best. My bad.
Oh wow, they are.
Okay, we've went over like a shit ton of questions, dude, and there's like a million still.
There's so many.
Yeah. Joel, I don't know how much longer you want to stay. I'm kind of getting hungry.
Yeah, that's cool.
Jamal Shed under rebounds and assists, dude. I have no clue, bro.
No, we're not. We don't.
It's the most random stuff ever. Hey, but shout out, dude. This is hey, this is where the edges are found,
He's
bro.
getting greasy, dude. Brandon's getting greasy on this slate.
Hey, shout out you, Brandon. This is like where the real edges are found, and like the real
True.
trenches, like through
True.
these random ass props. So I appreciate it, but at the same time, bro, I have no clue. Like with Quickly out, with Davion in, with RJ and Scotty in, I guess. I don't know, bro. I know actually JJ, who I stream with, he played under 4.5 at plus money last game and it won. So now you're getting 5.5.
Where does that read come from, though?
Yeah, Brandon. Actually, Brandon, can you actually drop a comment and like say what's your
What's the reasoning?
Yeah. Malik under 13.5. Yeah, it seems like a low line for Malik, but just like he's like the perfect, like the dream fade against Rolando. But
I can't do it just because of the field goal attempt volume.
Yeah, no, that's super low. But where's spot up and then
like literally perfect.
Yeah,
I think he cooked them in a game though earlier.
He had 18, then he had 2. Didn't make a shot.
0 for 7.
Yeah. No, Beasley 13.5 is crazy low for Beasley, but it's like a brutal matchup.
Yeah, I won't touch the over, and I'm not touching the under.
Yeah, no, yeah, Jake. That's kind of why it's at 13.5 though.
Yeah, like if it was at like 15.5, you might be able to sell me on the under.
Giannis has 30 plus in his last 6 games versus the Clippers. So yeah, maybe Tyler, because Tyler's been the coach the whole time. Well, he's been the coach for a while. So maybe Ty Lue is like just like kind of like, yeah, we're cool with playing him 1-on-1. Dame under 23.5. It's too low. Gotta bet the under. The Clipper stuff, I just don't know, bro. Playing Dame and drop makes 0 sense. Like that's like actually like asking for disaster for like a defense. So I would think they switch it up. Like I said, dude, this Clipper shit, I just have no clue, bro. They're like the least predictable team with what schemes they're gonna run. Paulo stuff. Coach Mosley's being weird with his minutes.
He did play last game.
He did play 33 in a game that they lost by 22. Like, when is he just going to start playing like 35 and 36 again? He's got to. He's been back for a minute now. Maybe he would have got there if had the game remained close. Do you have any thoughts on Paulo stuff, Joel?
Yeah, probably lean over his assists. Or, I mean, it's against Detroit, though. Not really. I don't know. I'm kind of just fading Paulo right now.
Yeah, Detroit's been weird. They've been blitzing a lot.
I mean, it's nice that he's getting the minutes, though.
Maybe it's just he's been playing bad. Maybe it's just a good overall buy low.
23.5 points seems kind of low, but with Franz back, Franz took so many shots in his first game back, dude. Franz took 19 field goal attempts in 24 minutes.
He was excited to be back. He missed playing basketball.
Franz is really good, dude.
He is. Yeah, he is. I was kind of like a Franz hater after that Cavs series. I'm like, dude, this dude is so mid.
Yeah.
And then he just came back. He was so good without Paulo, man.
Dude, it was crazy.
There's like some crazy underlying numbers with like net rating stuff, where it just like the team is so much better with Franz on, and then
really
better with Paulo off.
Yeah. I could see it.
It looks like Jalen Suggs is gonna be back.
Yep.
This Magic shit's kind of a shit show, dude. They're just like no sampleable of like all these guys playing together this year. Scotty over 1.5 threes versus the Hawks. What did he get up last game? Scotty. Pretty good hit rate stuff. Shot only 2 threes against the same matchup, which is a little concerning. I don't know. How does Scotty get his threes? Pull-ups? Because I know the Hawks are a drop team, and we'll definitely play Scotty in drop.
I think he gets them both.
Yeah.
It's not a bad look.
Plus 100.
Look.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it's been an hour and a half. But my stomach's about to give out if I don't put some turkey sausage in her in a little bit. So I do appreciate everyone. Like, you guys spam the comments, dude. This is sweet. But we've been live for an hour 30 minutes. I don't want to keep Joel here for too long. I know I don't want to keep myself. I'm just saying that because I don't want to keep myself here for too long. But let's quick recap. Joel, your 3 plays, if you want to quick give them a little rundown, because we've been gaining people.
Yeah, I got Jordan Poole over 25.5 points and assists. Tari Eason over 16.5 PRA, and then Norman Powell over 21.5 points and assists.
Yep, 3 good bets. I think 3. You think you picked 3 good guys with good matchups. The Tari line seems ridiculously low. The Tari line's kind of like my Aaron Gordon bet, to be honest, which I'll start with. Where just like, a guy who's played weird minutes last game, but when you project him out for like a per minute basis, just like a nice buy low. So yeah, my first one is Aaron Gordon, 14.5 PRA. He played like 17 minutes last game. I'm not buying that shit. He didn't get hurt. And per minute basis, I think it's way too low. Nick Richards over 18.5 PR. He's kind of been really good per minute on his son, and now he's playing the Wizards, so sign me up. Miles Turner over 15.5 points. He took like 17 shots last game, shot 5 for 17. That 17 field goals was tied second for most in a game, and it was in a blow-up loss, and he shot 5 for 17. So Wemby's going to be in a drop. I think his threes are a good look too. All right, Joel, well, I greatly appreciate you coming on. Stream did really well.
Guys, don't forget, subscribe,
yes.
Follow, hit all the buttons.
Listen to the Prez. Yeah, Joel, great having you on. Love to do this again in the future. Thought this was a really good stream. Thought that you brought a lot to it, so we really appreciate you coming on here and bringing some new eyes and giving the people some good input.
For sure, appreciate it, man.
All right, well, I'll be back actually tomorrow, dude. I don't even know if I'm going to do one tomorrow. There's one game. It's like
Sunday.
It's OKC versus Portland. Like, I might do it for like 30 minutes or so, just so like the algorithm on YouTube like respects me a little bit. Actually, I probably will, just for that reason alone. But yeah, so I'll probably be back at 9:45 Eastern tomorrow, but it's gonna be short. There's one game, so the funny thing is that there's one game, and I'll probably have like 2 plays for it, and there'll be like 14 games, and I'll have 3 plays.
Yeah, dude. These lines are sharp today. I'm not gonna lie.
Lines are sharp, and our brains are all over the place. So
scrambled.
Yep. All right. Well, everyone have a great Saturday. Enjoy it. It'll be fun. So yeah, you guys have a good one.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.